Please write me back.
Is that still jerking?
I'm going to need a list of anyone who wrote letters to Victor Rosa.
Well, this is a brand new camera, too. All right. Houston, we have a problem. Let me see what's going on with this. Okay, so we will get rid of that. We will get rid of that. And we will get rid of that. Huh. Let's see if I can kill that. All right. And, wow, that did it. Is that better? That's better. Oh, wow, that was eating up the data. That is crazy. See, now it's better. It's not getting all choppy. All right. So far, so good. All right. This is looking good. Not so bad. 1080 DPI, 30 frames a minute. I should have done 60. Is everybody doing all right out there? Any of my lurker friends, did you guys get your taxes done? I filed for an extension. I cheated. Sorry. All right. Spring break is over. Summertime. The weather's kicking in. I was at Costco. I bought a cool shirt for like $10. A polo was on sale. All right. Nobody knew I was coming out because I didn't let anybody know anything yet. I just I got this new camera. This is like the 7th camera I've gotten in the last 5 years. And the last year and a half, last year I had 3 different cameras. And I was freaking out because I go, God, if this camera doesn't work, I'm going to die. So I just bought a new camera. All right. This is kind of cool. We're getting ready to launch a brand new website, hopefully. It's supposed to be launched today. I don't know what's going on. danceparty.com. That's going to be on. Nash Talk. We kind of ran into a snag with that. All right. And then one more thing while I'm here live. I don't care if anybody's watching because I'm not going to stay on that long. Because I just got home, man. Got so many things I got to do. All right, hold on. I got to try one more thing. Wait, where's it at? Oh, and this thing has so many new features. It's crazy. I don't even know if I made this public. I hope I didn't. If I did, I apologize. All right, let me try this one. All right, so let me open that. All right, and that's going to upload. I got to make sure the music's on right. So if there's one person out there, just one, if you can jump in. I do this like once a year or every other year. Okay. So I don't have any green screen on the back. Is it still jerking around a little bit? I don't want to take it out of 1080. All right. Let me see.
Search for you in the crowd. If we were really meant to be, I'd turn this place upside down. But now that I'm older, I guess I know better. At least that's what they always say. But I'd always hope that things would flip and go the other way. All of the reasons, all of the countless things that I could say won't matter now, they wouldn't have changed a thing anyway. 'Cause all the other angels are taking up your time. But I've never needed too much attention, so I don't mind. And all the other angles I'm trying hard to see from, but I guess it's all part of some grand delusion. 'Cause right now I feel so wrong. But don't hear me out in the wrong way. I know it's hard for say things aren't always as easy as we'd like them to be. And it's complicated, overrated, never get a say in anything that changes. Cross my heart right here and now for you. And all this time that I've been waiting, I don't want to sit it out and I don't want to say it, but sometimes we might just be better off as we are. 'Cause all the other angels are taking up your time.
My daughter Sabrina, we added some instruments to that, and she wrote that about actually she wrote it in May or June of 2019, I believe, right before her brother, and it's called Other Angels. Had nothing to do with that. So we're just trying to play around with stuff, and I'm going to hopefully, Paul, if you're out there, I wanted to get some really good studio mics for what we're doing, and hopefully we can get that stuff launched. I got some friends right now in Nashville that's actually blowing up my phone, texting me. In fact, there was somebody at a place called Whiskey Bent. I don't even know what the hell that is. It's one of those places. They must have opened it, or I just haven't seen it. So that's been pretty cool. And I know Detroit does a lot of Nashville stuff. They do have Detroit things. Well, they've got Kid Rock, which has nothing to do with Detroit down there. And then they have Detroit Cabo, which he owns. Jack White's there, but I don't think he has anything. I'm not even sure. So that's what's happening. But the summer's coming. I was outside feeding the ducks. I've got a funeral to go to tomorrow. I don't really want to go, but it's a buddy of mine who is a close friend of mine for many years, and he's in town from California. True story. I was supposed to have gone with him. He's on my Facebook page, but I'm sure he's not on here tonight. He was one of the original guys that was a dancer here in Detroit, but also one of the first Chippendale dancers. And he was there for all the really interesting stuff. Then he became pretty close in 1994, 95, 96, after being around out of the business, so to speak. But he still wanted to go, and he wanted to go after it in Los Angeles, California. And I thought the dancing thing was kind of dead because it died here in Detroit and the Tri-County area, except I think it stuck around for hunting season when guys go hunting in November, and then the women would come out during that time for a couple of weeks. So that was kind of it. Because it used to be like 7 days a week everywhere for a couple of years, like from the early to mid 80s on to like, I'd say 90, 91, 92. But anyway, so he wanted to go out there, and I thought he was kind of crazy for doing it, but he had a show there. It still exists. It's called the Hollywood Men. And man, I don't know why I feel like I'm salivating. But anyway, so he's in town because he's originally from here. I forgot about that until last year when he called me up and he wanted me to help him move his mom from a mobile home park off of Haggerty Road in Farmington. And so I said, sure. So we did it. We moved her into a nursing home on Grand River. It's kind of northwest of Detroit, not much, probably about 15 plus miles. So we did that. We hung out for about a whole day, and it was pretty cool to see him because I hadn't seen him since 2007 when I flew out to LA. And what else happened? Oh, so yeah, we had a great time too. Oh my God, it was amazing. And I was really tempted, but I was married at that point, and Dante was about 5 years old. Sabrina, let's see, she was born in 1998. So she'd have been about 9 years old at that time. Sophia wasn't even born yet. I remember my ex-wife goes, "Why'd you stay there?" I'm like, I should have taken that as a warning. Because I thought we were doing everything great. I'm stupid. That's why I'll never do it again. Because people ask, "Are you ever going to get married again?" No. As a matter of fact, um, I, I've had a friend out there for birthdays tonight that I've been pretty close to for a while, but luckily she lives in another state, so we kind of more have this kind of. I told her, I said, "You got to be a Larry. You can't be, you got to be like a guy to me, not in that kind of way. I'm just talking like, like how I can talk to my guy friends. I can yell at them. I can, you know, talk to them like I can't talk to a normal woman, I guess. So I guess that kind of worked. But anyway, uh, where was it going with this? I don't even know. Well, anyway, so that kind of works. So her birthday's today. So happy birthday, Linda, if you're out there. Back in Ohio, near Cleveland, the Cleveland area. I don't know. She used to come on here and watch this as soon as I clicked on. She's one of those people that used to, as soon as I went on, from like 2019 till like 2020, I don't know, a couple years ago, and then she kind of stopped. So like most everybody else, because I know I don't have like a writer here, but anyway, I am working on a whole bunch of stuff, and I've gotten so much done. It's crazy. You know what? I lost a lot of weight, and I was eating great, but you know what I did? I swear I suck. See, I can admit that. And people ask me, they go, "Why do you always say that kind of stuff?" I says, "Well, because there's people out there, even today, even on Facebook." In fact, my buddy Vinny called me, or not called me, but he sent me a message. I don't want to say the person's name, but they post some really scary stuff. So I feel like I got to jump in the middle. And I don't even think I know this person that well, but I said, give me a call, because it was like a cry for help on Facebook. Usually I get messages like I didn't want to tell you, right? And if you see us, I don't share your story, okay? But I just want to, because for years everyone thought, they didn't see me in high school when I was a total dork up until my senior year, where I became kind of a little bit cooler than I was. But anyway, these were the things I didn't eat when I was a kid. I loved these things. See them, M&Ms. I used to. They were my drug. I say I'm not addicted to anything, but man, I used to eat these all the time. So I have a couple. That's it. I have 3 of them. But I think I put on weight just having 3 of these a night. That's my kill right there. But they were on sale at Costco. I think it was like $11 for this thing. You spend $11 going to like the grocery store and getting a little bag. You know, it says king size. It's not king size. It's about this big. They're making everything smaller. In fact, Linda was the one who told me yesterday. She says, "Yeah, they have a sale for filet of fish. It's the only thing I'll probably eat at McDonald's, right? Not because of Lent. I know a lot of people did that, Lent, fish on Fridays. But it's funny because, and I did that for a long time as a Catholic. God, they had the dumbest rules. And no, I'm not going to go there because I know people are getting all political now because there's a fight between the president and the Pope. The Pope's from Chicago, American, so maybe that's why. I have no idea. I'm not really following it. I'm just hearing it. And I'm seeing all the memes. And I kind of jumped in with the AI thing. I just, I take a neutral, whatever. It's not, for me, it's not pragmatic to get in the middle of that, even though everybody wants me to. I was like fighting. People always wanted me to get, as soon as I've gotten shape and I've gotten, was pretty good at fighting. I used to train with boxers. My buddy was Golden Glove boxers, a couple of them. Some guys were wrestlers. They always grapple and they always go over your legs, and just everybody. And I'm like, no, I'm not jumping in the middle of this. Then she said this, or he talked to my girl, or she talked to my boyfriend. I don't know, whatever. He said, she said that. I was like, get out of here with that, man. Stop. And people are still doing that to this day. I'm like, no, don't even ask me. But I thought it was kind of funny because I love this AI crap. I really do. I shouldn't call it crap because I'm coming up with some really cool stuff. And people are going, it's going to end society and all this. I'm like, really? Really? I thought 5 years ago it was going to end society. I never got sick. I didn't get sick. And I'm not against anybody doing, and I even got in trouble for telling people I didn't care what they did. You got the jab, you didn't get the jab, you got this, you got that, you wore a sock over your face. I didn't care. I don't care. That's why, you know what? But here's the thing. If you're out there, and here's what I've learned. You're letting things get to you. I get it. Because people think like, well, you have all the answers. I don't have all the answers. I lose my shit too. I really do. I shouldn't even post it. Right. And I have my moments. I really do have my moments. And I could easily grab a bottle of tequila. I brought my buddy. I got 10 friends that grow. I shouldn't say because if that, somebody's watching, but they grow greenery that you can, smoke or vape or what. I've never even vaped. I don't know what the hell. What is that? Vaping. I can't do it. I don't even like sucking on straws. I hate it. I look like I look pale. You know what it is? I got this bright white light on my ass right now. What do you mean? Listen to you, Leslie. He gets a pump by going into the red room. Here, hold on, Leslie. I got something for you. Hold on. Here's. Wait. I got a color in here. Hold on. Wait, where's it at? Okay. Getting my vitamin K. Wait, there it is. See it? The pink. Is that what you want? Pink. Ooh, I feel healthy already. Hey, everybody, follow me because I'm in the pink light. Ooh, I feel so healthy. Look at my bicep growing. See that, Leslie? Oh. I'm sorry, Les. I have to pick on you for a minute. Since you started it, man, it's like my little lightsaber. All right. How ridiculous. Did you hear my song? Did you hear my daughter's song? It's called Other Angels. She did it in 2019, and we're putting some production behind it. And she's got a great voice. She goes, well, Dad, I don't know. She actually is pitch perfect. And she's got an amazing voice. And I've listened to thousands of voices over the last couple of years. That's what I do. And so I'm sitting there and I don't need to, I never used auto-tune. That sounds too robotic. They have this other thing called Melodyne, Melodyne, Melodyne. It's a very advanced program. I've had it for a couple of years. You can actually take notes. Like, let's say I sing this like, ah, I can change it. I can go in there and surgically change notes. I can make them longer, shorter, vibrato, meaning, I can, they vibrate. I can take a bad note and make it better. And you can just, it's like you drag it and twist it. There's all kinds of really cool things you can do. It's really sophisticated. But once you learn the techniques, it's really cool. So even if you're having a bad day, I don't have to do that with Sabrina. She doesn't realize her speaking voice, her tone. She doesn't smoke. She's a vegetarian. She's just whatever. So her voice is really pure, even at almost 28 years old. I mean, she could be a professional singer. And she's actually very pretty. And she's all natural. She doesn't wear like a whole bunch of makeup. So like the next day you go, what the hell was that? She's really, I can't believe she's my daughter. I should wear makeup. It's like Leslie said, I'm not what is that? P? What is P? What are you saying? Oh, hey Leslie, you should put your credit card stuff up on here, man. I'll promote it or something. I don't know while I'm on here. I look really pale. You need some sun. What's that one say? Oh, brother. Hold on. I'm just going to put that on the screen. Wait, hold on. I'm going around with all these effects. There you go. There you go. See how that works? They keep adding more stuff on here. I don't even know. That's why I'm on here, because I want to do it live. You can't learn anything unless you do it. Hold on. Yeah, remove. I hit the wrong button. Sorry, see what happens? Not that it matters. Okay, how do I get rid of that one? Visual. Oh, it has visual effects now? Okay, let's see what the visual effects are. Oh, no, virtual backgrounds. Oh, I see. Like this. All right. Yeah, there. No, I don't want that. All right. Wait, hold on. Wait, give me 1 second. What happened? All right, I'm back. All right, there we go. So anyway, nah, I don't want, I'm not on Gene. You know what? He just got under my skin really bad that day. That's another thing. See, so if you're having a bad day, man, and I'm telling you, it's like 1 out of 3 people. I wish I had a normal life like Leslie. you know, because all his friends are perfect. They're perfect. They none of them have any problems. Zero. Me, I don't know what it is, but I just always encounter people that have something really, really going wrong in their life, and they kind of know me or something, or of me or whatever. So that was one of the reasons I came on, because I had like 3 different things going on, and I'm gonna get off in a minute. But you know what? I really want people to have a great summer. And the way to do that is not get caught up on the things that your friends are caught up in. Because I know some people, I've noticed that some people are not good at keeping up with their friends. I had a friend, and I'm not preaching. I'm not preaching. I'm not on a soapbox. But I do know that sometimes when you get caught up in certain things, a lot of people I know, they smoke, they drink, they do things, they eat junk food, and nothing hurts them or kills them. Okay, that's fine. But, and that's my soft way of saying, you know, don't they know how to use it as recreational, even if they do it every day, okay, or every weekend or whatever it is. You may not be that person, okay. I was in the nightclub business for a long, long time, but I knew there was times I couldn't keep up with a couple of friends of mine that were great friends, the best time in the world. And then if I was having a bad day, I would use those same recreational things to whatever, and it didn't work. In fact, it usually went sour, especially when I had a few too many drinks or something. So just, you know what, talk to some cool friends. I know not everybody's going to want to be into your grim stage. All right, that's what I'm gonna call it, the grim stage. Nobody wants to be in that grim stage. Most people they're only afraid. They love the negative when it's about somebody famous on TV. They love that. In fact, my buddies that are in the news and on the radio, they go, they most of the news is outside of the weather and hockey scores or sports scores. Most people are consumed with the negative. They won't sit there. You ever notice it's never about, hey, there's no crime today. Hey, there's no, it's always negative. We're trained forever. But the only thing is, people really aren't, they get their doses in the news. They get like 2 minutes here, 2 minutes there. That's it. And then you go back to your other stuff. But when your life goes to crap or whatever, and I'm not making light of it. And some people can't handle it. But when you get to that stage, when you get to that phase, and you're going to encounter it. And that's the funny part, because it's a lot of people that, there was a guy the other day on here that I knew of, and a lot of friends, mutual friends. The guy was outgoing. He was muscular. He was a DJ. He was very outspoken about everything, very positive, up until like 2 weeks ago. And the next thing you know, he took his life. Okay. He took his life. That has happened so many times, right? And I've seen it. People call me about it. And it's not my job anymore. It was for a long time, I guess, because of that. But don't listen to me. Listen to me. Like Leslie, you know, one thing I can say is that he does post the pink light or the vitamin K light and going to Planet Fitness or whatever that. You know what? There's a lot of people at these Planet Fitnesses. I was at Powerhouse today. That's my gym. That's my real go-to. And I have one in Tennessee like that. But the Planet Fitness, I'll tell you what it's good for. 2/3 of the people that go there would probably normally quit the gym after about a month, maybe that long. After like January, you know how you join it, make a resolution, then you quit by, Valentine's Day. Here's the thing. Why they are becoming so popular more than ever before, finally, is that anybody can go in there. I see a 97-year-old guy in the gym all the time. 97 years old. He's like hunched over. He's barely moving, but he's there because Leslie's not wrong. And I could have told you that for years. I saw a kid today. He's on my Facebook now. I saw him. I said, hey, I mentioned you the other day because when I saw him, I talked to him today. I saw him. It's funny. I saw him at the gym today. He's got tattoos now, but he's a good-looking guy, whatever. He was this little scrawny kid that walked in there, probably 16 years old, when my son passed, because he went to school with him, and he liked my son. He looked up to him. And he's a good example of, I said, I can see people's sadness. When you see somebody and they're sick, you can tell they're sick. I can tell when I look at somebody. I don't know why, because I'm usually cool and too sexy for all this shit. But, and I got better things going on. Kidding. But I see it, and I saw it in this kid. And I was caught up in my own thing, right? He even said that today to me. He goes, I know your son, Dante. He goes, I know Dante dying is, far worse than my own problem that I had. And I still kind of have a little bit. And this is 6 years later after I saw him at the gym the first time. And I said, just keep coming here. It will help you. It will change you. You don't have to know what you're doing. You don't have to, when you're eating crap, it's going to make you feel bad. But you know what? You're never going to stop. And I came up with something today when I left there, and I even gave him credit for it. I said, don't let the bad things. If there's anything you pick, if you're a lurker and you don't like me and you love your life and your life is perfect and you think my life's a big bag of shit and you're glad you're not me and you're telling everybody like Gene Pool, whatever. If that makes you happy, great. Do that. Consume yourself with negativity if you turn it into a positive for you. That's great. But here's the thing. Don't let the bad stuff take over. Don't let the bad stuff take over, because it will. It may be something recreational, maybe something fun. You know, when you're a kid, you did reckless stuff like, skateboarding down the hill 90 miles an hour. And now if you're 40, if you do it now, just show off, or you had one too many, it ain't going to end up really good. You're going to end up on TikTok, like what not to do. And, oh, did that really happen? Okay. But do yourself a favor. Cause I'm like that. I'm kind of reckless. I'm a daredevil, jump out of a plane, get my parachute. Like what? Actually, I've never jumped out of a plane. Ironic for a guy I have a company called Skydancer. But do yourself a favor, really. And I say this to anybody. I'll say this to my parents. I'll say it to anybody. I don't care how good your life is. I don't care how much money you have, because I've seen a lot of people with money. They drive a car, goes out of a ditch, out of control, and now they're gone, right? I'm not making light of that. But about 5 minutes before that happened, that person probably said, and I don't mean to hit, because I know there's people on here that know who I'm talking about. He was probably thinking, I got this really nice, expensive, beautiful car on this nice highway, beautiful place in beautiful state. I'm having some good time. I'm going to torque this thing. And next thing I'm sure the last thing he was thinking about was this was going to be the last day of his life, right? So it doesn't have to be that dramatic. There's enough crap going on in the world. Our time's going to come. But you know what? Do not let the bad stuff take over. It could be good stuff right now, but it could be bad stuff later. People ask me, well, I got too much, like tanning. You can tan, whatever. I don't tan because, sun in Florida so long. I got these little age spots going. I got these crow's feet going, and my dad doesn't even have the crow's feet I have. He doesn't, and he's 82 years old almost. And so things do come back to haunt you. I don't care who you are. Well, my grandma lived to be 190 and she smoked and ate bacon, a pound of bacon, raw bacon. She dropped on the floor. She ate it. She's still alive, 190, right? I'm not kidding. So you know what? Just try to, because it's a crazy time for a lot of people. A lot of people aren't designed for little things to go wrong. And I get it. Sometimes I can handle anything. People like, yeah, calm down. It's only a nuclear attack. Don't worry about it. We got it. It's a little fallout will be good. But sometimes that little dumb thing, like stubbing your toe. God, I just stubbed what did I stub my toe on? And you're bouncing around. You think you broke your toe. It hurts like hell for like about a whole 2 minutes. Like it's like, what? But it's like stubbing your toe, but in legato, meaning it sustains, it keeps going and keeps going and keeps building. And you think you're trapped and you're stuck in it. I get it. I deal with it too, but when you call me and you ask me, like, how do I do it? You know what? Everyone kept telling me, I guess this goes for everybody out there with the perfect lives. Time heals. It won't fix everything, but it will remove the pain. It's like I didn't realize I had a ring in my left ear. I had surgery on my left ear a couple of years, about a year before my son passed. So that's about 7 years ago or so. And he put something at Beaumont in my ear. It took a lot of surgery because I was deaf in my left ear for a long time. And for like over 30 years. And I tilt my head and I hear this sound. Well, it wasn't until somebody mentioned to me about a month ago that he goes, I get this ringing in my ear all the time. I can't get rid of it. And I go, what? And he goes, what's that? He goes, it's like a high-pitched sound. Well, you ever heard of the phrase power of suggestion? I did as a kid. I haven't heard it since. But it was power of suggestion. Like if somebody says something to you, it sticks in your head. Well, I got home and next thing you know, I'm tilted. Every time I tilt my head like this, I can hear it. And it kind of fades away, but if I hold my head a certain way, I can hear that stupid ringing. And it's because of that little prosthesis they put into my ear. It's like a little tiny, what does it look like? It looks like, here, I don't know, like these are like little pieces of straw here, but see that? Now imagine this little piece. It's not about an inch long, right? This little plastic straw. And that's what's in my ear. So it sustains, and that's kind of what the pain that you deal with. Don't deal with that, man. Have a good time. Figure out the best parts that you can get. I'm just giving you quick fixes. You might need longer, better fixes than this, but just go out and try to, go to Planet Fitness, do what Leslie does. I'm going to use Leslie as my metaphor tonight because you know what? He goes and finds the best things that he enjoys. He loves the massage bed. He loves the hydro massage. So, and you know what? Believe it or not, those are pretty cool things. Find things that make you relax outside of your normal norm. The house, your gym, your car. Go out and do something different, even a little bit every day. Even if you go to those places for 15, 20 minutes, it's going to fix you. Like when he walks into those Ray beds or whatever they call them with the tubes in them. You're only in those things 15, 20. You're in those massage beds 10 minutes, maybe. Those things will help you. Those things will get you into that groove. And then those are better than the quick fixes you think that used to work. They don't always work. You got me? All right. So, I see that happening. Please don't do it. I know this isn't a popular forum for that. We're going to have some really cool stuff coming up. Has nothing to do with me. I'm going to be behind the scenes of it. We're going to put a lot of musical stuff together here in Detroit, hopefully soon. Been working on it off and on for a lot of years till things got in the way. So we're back to that. And some things in Nashville. I got people calling me as we speak. Hey, where do we go? The Galtz, Printers Alley, Broadway, all over, da. So we're trying to get involved with a lot of people so everybody can get some really good discounts. Spirit Airlines is going out of business. We all bitched about that. Remember, Spirit Airlines sucks. Well, now we can't go to them. And then, Delta's just raised their baggage fees like double, right? So you're going to want deals and discounts and, shortcuts to the best places. Hopefully we bring that to you. That's really what I'm trying to do. It keeps me distracted. I love focusing on it, and I love helping people. If that's your thing, cool. If not, I get it. But, we all got to do something. We all go to work. Doesn't matter if people see us or talk to us. We all have to make people happy at the end of the day by doing something to get paid, right? Okay. So, and if that hamster wheel feel that comes over you makes you feel less significant or bores you or whatever, that creates these negative anti-dopamine or serotonin effects, these, things that make you feel euphoric or happy or in a good mood. I'm telling you, the best things that I've done without any pharmaceuticals or any, because the drinking didn't do anything but put on almost 30 pounds of weight to me. But, you do what you want to do. Because some people are in great control with themselves. That's the other thing, control. Either you're good at controlling it or you're not. And sometimes you feel like you are, so you're in the middle. And that's where I used to be like, oh, no, I can handle this. And then, didn't really always work out. So that's why I can relate to you, or you can relate to me. And if you are in control and you've got a really good life and things are going well, God bless you, really. And on that note, I'm going to let you go. But if you do have those abilities, take time to at least give somebody, because I know it sucks to get in and deal with somebody's negative shit. I get it, because I know people treated me. And you know what? Even though people give me a pass, they're still right. So that's why I try to give back. I put my face on here just so you guys can go, well, you know what? If that guy's doing it, then, whatever. Because, honestly, for all the things that go wrong in my day or aren't going right now or whatever, there's a lot of good things. I had a good meal today. I went to a really cool restaurant, Del Taco, got 3 chicken tacos. I love them. $5. It was great, plus tax. I went to my gym. I went to a great chiropractor, Dr. Ray Hillebrand. In fact, I got his card somewhere. The guy was amazing. I was on this massage bed. It was great. Where else did I go? I got some Amazon stuff. I got this camera at Micro Center. I got a lot of stuff done. So go get stuff done. Get stuff done. Do stuff. Stop being lazy. Stop procrastinating. Stop being a couch potato. And they got plenty of couches at Planet Fitness. Didn't you see Leslie he was He posted it. Away. He said, there's my workout room and there's my lay. Sorry, I almost got through that. But no, seriously, look out for each other. Try to do that. I know it's Thursday. I know, people are like, oh man, it was freezing cold 2 weeks ago. And then today I had the air conditioning on. Isn't that crazy? My parents are coming back next week. I haven't, with the exception of about a week ago, my dad was here. He can't wait to get back. He can't wait to get back. And he's got an ocean view in Florida off of Sarasota. And so sometimes you even get bored with really lavish places in the world. You just, I don't get bored that easy, but maybe because I'm always trying to do stuff. And, it may not be your cup of tea, but find the tea that you like. I don't even like tea, to be honest with you. Arizona iced tea, can't drink it, don't like it. People always drinking tea around me, don't like it. I like the green tea a little bit. And I like what's the tea Chinese restaurants they have? The hot tea. That's pretty good. I don't mind that. But find your flavor. Find your thing. Find whatever it takes. This is free advice, man. You may go on AI and try to get some good advice. You may call a friend. You may go to your doctor. You may reach out to ask friends, and then you feel like the world. When people hit rock bottom, that's the last thing I'm going to say. This is important. This is important because I know I'm saying the unpopular. I should have a show called the most unpopular show ever. Like people, like you don't want to watch it, right? I was just watching a show on NBC for a second. I saw all the previews for a long time called The Hunted or something. It's about serial killers, and I just saw a guy strangle a nice, friendly guy, kid, whatever, and he strangled him. They showed him dying while the guy strangled him in his eyes. I'm like, who writes this stuff? And that gets millions of views, and they get paid. This is what I want to say is that you have the ability to fix your life in less than 10 minutes. I could probably fix every problem in less than 10 minutes without AI, without Google, Siri, Alexa, Wikipedia, whatever. And I know that sounds ridiculous because they go, well, why don't you? Because I have to fix myself this whole time. I'm in self-fix mode the entire time. And when I wake up in the morning, I don't want to. But then I realize, okay, this is the time to do it. So you have the ability to fix yourself if you want to. I take my own advice sometimes I don't, but more so than not. If you can go out there and try to, if you're not a creative person, you don't want to write, you don't want to do anything, you're really addicted to things that aren't healthy for you, that's a hard one. I guess I went out for a minute. Sorry about that. Well, everybody disappeared. That's okay. That's all right. I had a Wi-Fi glitch. Never said those words before. All right. So, well, anyway, I apologize for that. I'll have to put a disclaimer on the screen. I got caught up in a moment. But anyway, yeah, that was really weird. I finally got a camera to work, and then the Wi-Fi acts up. But anyway, so you have the ability, and it's not always easy, and sometimes you just got to find the right help. But in the meantime, try to negotiate your fear, negotiate all the weaknesses you have. That's what I do. And I go, is this really worth it? What can I do better? Why is this not working? How can I make it work? And it's not going to be easy. It's not. And at least for a lot of people. That's why you see people using the internet or AI or social media or whatever it is to strengthen their resolve, their purpose, their value. It could be simple things, goofy things, silly things, but it could be significant things as well. That's what I believe. And it could be a combination of everything. So, nothing is forever. I know that. But even on my worst day, even when I feel bad about myself, I'm always trying to encourage people and cheer them up, even perfect strangers, making them laugh, making them feel good, out of my way. Doesn't mean you're not going to get mad, frustrated, angry, pissed off at people, cutting you off in the road. But you're going to find that people are just like you. And you're always going to put them in two categories: the people that suck, or the people that have more than you or better than you. Then there's that third category, which you want to be in, is everything around me is okay. Everything and everyone, and I'm okay. And I've been in that bubble many times. So it's being prepared. And being prepared means being able to take control, taking control of your emotions, your health, whatever decisions you make. And I can tell you, I've done plenty of good and plenty of bad of both. Made bad decisions, made the wrong call, reacted badly. So this isn't for the popular people, I call it, or the moments that when your life is good. It's when things aren't good. And I don't know. I know people were telling me, what also inspired me is because people were telling me, like, man, I'm broke. I got this, I got that. My taxes, I had to pay this, I had to pay that. And we all go through that, right? We all complain about it. Like I said, I had to file an extension for mine. And it's really not even that much, but it just caught me at a wrong time. So what I did, I'm like, I'm not trying to procrastinate. I'm just like, okay, I'll work my way towards it. I had to pay a little something yesterday, and you buy a little time, but don't completely negate it. Work towards it. It's just like when you go to the gym. I don't care if you work on the gym, you're taking a diet pill, or you're eating less, or you're taking one of those, what do they call it, Wegovy or whatever. You still got to work towards it. You still got to work towards it. You really do. You got to eat right. You got to drink a lot of water. You don't even have to know what you're doing. You're working out, but do something, anything. And that's it. I don't know why I come on here and tell you that, but nothing is worse that makes me sweat is when I see somebody getting hurt. I don't even like watching it on a TV show. I mean, I've seen blood and guts and movies and, war movies and cowboy westerns and stuff, and it didn't even faze me or affect me. But, I guess maybe I'm getting older, and I've seen a lot of people more now than ever because of health or because of their own emotions. Let that take control of them, and don't let the bad things take over. Don't let the bad things take over is all I'm going to say. And if that resonates with anybody, great. If it doesn't, this message will self-destruct as usual in 5 hours. Cool. All right. I got to go. That was it. See you later.